If you're thinking about purchasing your next home and you're too focused on the investment potential, I'm going to tell you why that could be a massive mistake. While maximizing the financial return on your property is important, it's crucial to also consider your lifestyle and happiness. And by focusing solely on the investment potential, you could actually be setting yourself up to lose money. And I'm going to tell you how in just a minute. What's going on, guys? My name's Alex Dunbar and I make weekly videos pertaining to the BC and Canadian real estate market, as well as showcase community tours around the Lower Mainland. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in seeing more of, I suggest you consider subscribing to the channel. So to start this video off, I need to set some framework. There are essentially two main things that people consider when they're looking to purchase a property in the simplest form possible, and I like to refer to those as the financial ROI versus the lifestyle ROI. So put simply, what is going to give you the most enjoyment and what is going to give you the best return on your investment. And the large majority of people who come to me looking to purchase a home always start off with, well, Alex, where is the best place to invest? And while that's something, of course, that is great to consider, it shouldn't be the be-all, end-all of your purchase for at least the majority of people. So further breaking these two topics down, let's talk about investment ROI. So of course, this is going to be the financial return on your investment, which could mean getting the best deal, having a rental income, the ability to renovate the property, potential for rezoning, and so many other things. Now, in terms of lifestyle ROI, this is essentially how well the property suits your needs and wants. Now, of course, this bucket encompasses a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, essentially, it's how well does it fit your lifestyle? How does it make you feel on a daily basis? And a lot more of these subjective qualities. And where I think a lot of people miss the mark is that they underestimate how much the lifestyle ROI actually impacts your financial ROI. So let me explain a little bit more about what I mean by that. A lot of the time, the best financial investment in terms of a home isn't necessarily gonna fit the majority of your wants and needs. Now, that could be for a lot of different reasons, ranging from the location of the home, the state of the home, does it need a lot of renovations or repairs, is the home not big enough to suit yourself and your family, and so many other things as well. Maybe that means that your commute to work is going from 20 to 60 minutes, or you're going to be further away from friends and family, or anything else that essentially plays a role in your everyday life and happiness. A lot of the times, the best investments or best deals for that matter are that way because other people aren't willing to take them on. When we talk about investments, there's always a risk and reward side to things, or some level of pain for a potentially equal gain. And with more potential pain comes more potential gain. So let's say you're to purchase a home that has significant renovation potential and you plan to move in, do the renovations, which will essentially increase the value of the home, which can be a great way to get a fantastic return on your investment. However, there's a lot of other things that come along with this. You have to live through the renovation, you have the cost of the renovation, which you can always estimate, but there is always a risk that they go over what your budget is, and so many other things. The amount of people I know that have purchased a home with the intention of renovating it, gone through that renovation, lived through it, and then have moved on to another home and told me that they never want to go through that again is a big number. And that could be for several different reasons. Maybe they were single at the time that they did it and now they have a family and it's just not feasible or going to be too much of a headache. Or maybe they just didn't feel that the return on investment from the time, energy, and money they put into the previous property makes sense for the next one. And at the end of the day, there really is no right answer, and that's why you have to find out where exactly you lie on this spectrum between financial ROI and lifestyle ROI. And so some of the other factors that people don't necessarily consider about living in a property that doesn't meet a lot of your wants and needs is how it affects you on a daily basis. And in turn, how that's going to impact your work life, your relationships, your happiness, and your productivity. Because looking at it from a very objective standpoint, if you're not performing when you go to work, or even more so if you own a business, you're going to be losing the ability to generate a higher level of income, whether that is not getting the raise or promotion or not being in a position to improve and grow your business. Because I think a lot of us underestimate how much of an impact where we live makes on us on a daily basis. And looking at some of the more subjective things that you can't necessarily tie an actual price to are things such as your relationships, whether that be with your partner, with your kids, with friends, or whoever that may be, as well as your happiness and well-being, which could translate into so many other factors in so many ways, specifically your health, and how do you really put a price on that? Not to mention your wife's happiness, because we all know how that goes.
Happy wife, happy life.
So how exactly do you best balance all these things? And the answer is that, well, there is no perfect answer. Everybody's going to find themselves somewhere on the spectrum. Some will be more towards the financial side and others will be more towards the lifestyle side. You just have to figure out what's going to work best for you. But the issue that I find most people have is that they are just too focused on the financial side, especially from the start. However, 99 out of 100 times they end up learning through the process that isn't necessarily the perfect fit for them. So in order to try and save you from this common pitfall that I see too many times, I just want to bring it to your attention to maybe try and consider these things from the start. However, you're not going to know right away, but hopefully it can at least give you a better starting point. Conversely, if you're looking to purchase an investment property, you need to almost completely forget about this because financial ROI is the primary thing you need to think about. And when going through this process with people, I also see those on the other side of things that get too emotional, get their own thoughts and feelings involved in the process, and get a little bit short-sighted in terms of what their actual goal is. Because what's important to you and what you like in terms of the property itself honestly doesn't matter. This is where we actually just want to break it down solely to numbers. But that's a topic for another video. At the end of the day, my advice to you is figure out where you live or what potential areas you want to live and go from there. Because there's always going to be good opportunities in all markets and all property types, but figuring out where that's going to be for you is your best first step. Because taking into account the future investment potential is obviously important and something you should be considering. However, I don't think it should be the be-all end-all. But I'd love to hear from you on what you focus on when you're purchasing a home. Are you more investment ROI focused or lifestyle ROI focused? Let me know down in the comments. And if you'd like to continue this conversation on a more personalized level and you're thinking about buying or selling in Surrey, Langley, or the rest of the Fraser Valley, or you just want to talk about real estate, you can scroll down and click the first link in the description to book a call with me at a time that works best for you. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you check out another video on my channel before you get out of here, and we'll see you in the next video.